Hey y'all, it's Tay Creative and we are back with another video. Today we are making cake pops, specifically red velvet cake pops. So what you see me doing right now is by hand, I am crumbling the red velvet cake that came out of the oven 3 hours ago. And basically what I ended up doing is drizzling the simple syrup on the cake about 30 minutes after it came out the oven, and then I let it set and cool for a bit. But while it was still warm internally, I ended up wrapping it with plastic wrap, so that way while it's still cooling off, the condensate from the cake still being warm would create that additive moisture that's needed for cake pops, and to especially do it without defrosting. And now what you see me doing is just wrapping the cake dough and enclosing it with more plastic wrap and some aluminum foil, and this will go in the fridge overnight. Y'all, so basically what I'm doing for the cake pops as of right now are weighing them out. I like to weigh them evenly so that way I can make sure that all the cake pops are the same size. And basically what this does, it ensures that every cake pop is the same size, everyone's getting the same amount, and you don't have some that are bigger than the others, you don't have some that are smaller than the others, and they just look consecutive as well as just even. And basically what I'm doing right now is I've already put this block of cake dough onto the scale, and I ended up weighing them. So basically what I do is I divide the weight of the cake dough as a whole, and then I divide that by however many I need. Usually I like to range my cake pops between 55 to 60 grams. So basically what that means is if I were to have distributed this cake dough evenly to a dozen, I would have had cake pops about 75 grams per cake pop, and to me that's way too big. That's gonna fall off the stick, and it's just not gonna, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess, and they're just gonna be huge, and that's what I didn't want. So I just ended up dividing it by a little bit more. So I'm going to have 16 cake pops instead of a dozen, just to make sure that that weight is distributed evenly. I'm taking some off, putting some on, taking some off, but I'm just making sure that they all relatively range around the same weight. Now there's my dozen. So basically now this is just gonna make 4 more cake pops, and that's going to equal my 16. Cake pops are all divided, and now it's time to form them and roll them. I'm gonna make this become this. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your evenly distributed and weighed cake pop dough. You're going to squeeze, 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 squeeze like it is your grandma squeezing your cheeks. We're going to squeeze it up, and then we're going to start rolling. And then afterwards, you should get something that kind of looks perfect, but not so perfect. You're going to just smooth over those blemishes. Easy peasy, gone. Y'all see that? Boom. Let me undo it. You're gonna just smooth over those blemishes, and then we're gonna get to rolling again. And there you guys have it, a cake pop ball. And then all you need is a stick and some chocolate, and then you'll have 12 nicely sized, nicely rolled, blemish-free cake pops. You can't tell me that any tool that you have to make cake pops is making them turn out like this. None whatsoever. And it's nice and round, so it rolls. And that's how you know you did a good job. Okay, so you're gonna grab the flat part of the cake pop. And then you're just going to take your stick, dip it in chocolate, and then you are going to push the cake pop through. The reason we do this is so that way when the chocolate hardens at room temperature, it actually hardens inside the cake pop, making it easier to dip the cake pop so that way it doesn't slip off the stick. And because I'm very much extra, I just love the way cake pops look with that extra razzle dazzle with the sprinkles on them. And I'm just going to be doing these to a few of the cake pops. You're going to see a little bit in soon that I am actually going to be doing them in a variety of colors. Y'all, like, literally just look at that. Literally look at it. And this part here, you just see me taking a kitchen knife and just tapping the excess chocolate off of the cake pop. I like to do them upside down and then to move them to the side just so that way whenever you're doing them upside down, you're not creating so much force from the kitchen knife to the stick that you actually make the cake pop stick fall off. And here I am doing the same, but just in a different color. What you see me doing right now is actually taking like a toothpick and just poking the air bubbles out of the chocolate. And then putting some sprinkles on them. I told y'all I was gonna do some more sprinkles. So now whenever you are making cake pops and you're dipping chocolate, but then you're also adding sprinkles, you will start to see a different effect. As you can see right here, that the chocolate is starting to ripple because the sprinkles are a little bit heavy. So what you want to do is just control your cake pop and just move it in different motions, keeping them from actually wrinkling up and, you know, just becoming this cosmetic mess. You want to keep your cake pops pretty, because pretty is what we are striving for. So now I'm just adding some polka dots to the cake pops, and basically the idea behind this design is being that it is a Mardi Gras theme, and the Joker is often associated with Mardi Gras. This is actually the Joker's iron ball. And once you're done, you should have something that looks like this. Y'all, I love the way they came out. They are so pretty. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.